I have a quick question for you all. We've just come out of Thanksgiving. We're well into our holiday season. Christmas is coming up, and so is the New Year. We do know that during these holidays, these are our eating holidays. We're visiting family, we're having holiday parties, and we tend to overindulge. My question for you is, are you the type of person who can separate that holiday and say, I'm going to enjoy this holiday? And then after the holiday is over, you can go back into your regular fitness routine or your regular eating habits, healthier eating habits? Or are you the type of person who between Thanksgiving and New Year, you just give it all up and say, I'm going to start over for the new year? I tell you, I have met these two separate types of people, and then I'm going to also share with you which type I am and what I've been doing to, kind of go along my fitness journey since I am trying to lose weight. Before we get into that topic, let me introduce myself. My name is Donna Ellis. You are on the Donna Ellis Active Rest channel. And on this channel, I help people get active for 30 minutes a day by providing workouts that fit any schedule and to eliminate most of your excuses. I also encourage you to prioritize rest and restorative sleep. I help you practice mindfulness in your eating habits as well as in your physical abilities. And I also encourage you to build a community of support amongst your family members, neighbors, and friends. If you have not yet found that support, that's what this channel is here for. If these things sound interesting to you, then please share this video, subscribe to this channel, and like this video. You can go ahead and you can do those things now. You can go ahead at least and subscribe and like this video right now. Please help me out by doing that. All right, so now into our topic. Like I said, Thanksgiving. For me, I overindulged on Thanksgiving. I ate too much. I had too much to drink. I enjoyed myself, but I am the type of person that can separate that day from the rest of the days. Okay, so I can eat good on Thanksgiving. That's a Thursday. By Friday, I can go back to my regular eating habits. Problem is, though, with me is I bring home leftovers from Thanksgiving dinner. And so I tend to eat those, a couple of days. I don't have to eat too much, but I also go back into working out, walking if it's warm enough to walk outside, things like that. I can separate that. I don't create a whole season of, just saying that I'm going to give up everything, all of my good habits, all of my good healthy habits for the season and then come back after the new year. So for me, as far as getting active, it's pretty easy for me because I am a fitness instructor, right? So at some point I'm going to be working out because I'm the type of fitness instructor that I do work out with the people that come and work out with me. I don't generally just stand around and coach. I actually engage in the activity. So for me, it's easy to get back into a healthy routine because I'm a fitness instructor, and so that's just what I do. So I was able to go right back into my, into my active phase or whatever. I didn't take a big break from being active. Now, what I will say that I'm doing now, especially as someone who wants to lose weight, like right now, I'm actively trying to lose weight over the next 12 weeks or the 12 weeks after Thanksgiving. Right now, we're about 2 weeks into that. So the next 10 weeks, I guess, I'm trying to actively lose weight. I do need to exercise more than just my fitness classes because there are times where I do pull back and coach while I'm working as a fitness instructor. I will coach because I want to make sure that people are, doing the exercises correctly and things like that. And I'm like more of a motivator, but I also have to demonstrate some of the exercises. So I'm doing that, but I don't do it at the caliber that I would if I was to be working out like on my own. When I have a set workout that I'm doing on my own, I definitely go harder at that workout than when I'm coaching that workout. But I haven't taken any long breaks in that area. When it comes to the next tenet of active rest, that's the first one, getting active. The second one is getting rest. I took a rest day today. I might do a little bit of a workout today. There's some things that I want to practice and work on because I do have an event coming up, and then I have my week of workouts to plan. So there's some things that I just want to kind of go through the motions on at least and practice. But the rest, I took some rest today. I went and I had brunch with some friends of mine, just to ease my, just kind of to unwind from the week and to just give myself a little bit of a break. Right after Thanksgiving, I was very sick, so I had no choice but to rest because I had a pounding headache. sinuses were inflamed, and so I had a really bad headache, and it lasted about a week. So I really kind of just laid around and didn't do much during that week. But today I intentionally took just a day off from active rest, the fitness program, and decided to just rest and get together with my friend group, some people that pour into me like immensely. They help me as far as like business, through grief. Just it's just a good friendship. I go to them for like relationship advice, business advice, personal, issues. And then we just also get together and just laugh and have a good time. And so that was just like kind of my core friend group that kind of have helped me kind of manage outside of my family relationships. They've helped me kind of just manage throughout the year. The last couple of years, actually, this has been like my core friend group. And so I got them together, and we went out and we just had a good brunch. So that's how I rested today. So my daughter and my husband, they are out right now. So I got the house to myself while I'm here recording. Got some quiet time, in which I do what a lot of people I think don't do is create those boundaries like within their families and with their I'm speaking, from a married woman, a married wife and mother. They don't create those boundaries with their families. And so what I've done within my family is like my daughter, she knows when it's time for mommy to rest, mommy wants to rest, and she knows that we're going to quiet down and we're going to rest. My husband, when I ask him and let him know like I need some time to myself, he takes my daughter out and let me, he'll allow me to have the house to myself or just some time to myself if I need to go away and get that. So we've created that. So that's how I do rest. So I generally get plenty of rest because I've created those boundaries already within my family. And so today is one of those days. The next tenet is, just being mindful of your eating habits and your physical abilities. And what that means is your eating habits, because I don't promote any type of like diet, like a like commercial type diet. I just say be mindful of what you eat. We're all different. We all know what we need. We all have different health concerns. I know for me, I have to watch my salt intake. I have to watch my sugar intake. Now I have to watch my fat intake because of health issues. And so with that, I know what I need. You're responsible for knowing what you need, as far as nourishment goes. And so I don't promote any type of specific diet, but I do say be mindful of how you're eating. So for me, what I've been doing here over the past 2 weeks, this is like a 2-week catch up as I'm trying to lose weight, 2 weeks post Thanksgiving. I have been trying to incorporate more fresh vegetables into my routine. One thing that I do use, I will say, is HelloFresh. They are a company, of course. If you haven't heard of HelloFresh, they're a company that sends you sends you boxed up meals. So they send you all of the ingredients, they send you the recipes, and all you have to do is execute and use those ingredients and follow the recipe and create a meal. So that's something that my husband and I, was something that I started during the pandemic, but because I didn't like getting out and going to the grocery stores and being amongst people. So it's something that we started during the pandemic, and every now and again I'll get those boxes because I forget to cancel the membership or whatever, the delivery, and so we'll get the meals. And so I've been cooking those. Those are fresh ingredients. They're proportioned, so you're not like cooking a large meal. So they're fresh vegetables. So we're eating more fresh vegetables. A few weeks ago, maybe about a month or so ago, walking the neighborhood, we ran into a community garden, and the farmer, he was there, and he pulled some fresh kale for us to use. And so I found this recipe online. It's a sausage, white bean, and kale soup. And so I made that soup using that fresh kale. It was so delicious. So I bought more. And so we're eating a soup now. I'm making a soup using fresh ingredients. Like it's got onion, it's got celery, it's got carrots. It does have some canned goods. It has lima beans in it, and it has crushed tomatoes or something like that. That's the Rotel tomatoes. So that's in there. That's canned. And then we use fresh kale. So it's a healthy mix, a good balance of, fresh vegetables and some canned, some processed foods. But I'm getting more fresh vegetables than I normally would have, because normally I just go buy soup from somewhere, instead of making it at home. But this way I know that I'm putting fresh ingredients into that soup. So I'm doing that. So it's like the HelloFresh, trying to use more fresh vegetables. That with the HelloFresh is the portion control, so that helps me, its portion is properly proportioned for the two of us. And then I'll fix my daughter something else, because she's not going to always eat what comes in that box anyway. So for my husband and I, we eat the HelloFresh meal, perfectly proportioned, so we don't have to worry about overindulging, overeating. One good thing about my husband that helps out a lot too is that he generally does not eat big meals. Like a lot of men we know, they like to have like a big, like hungry man meal, like that type of thing. He doesn't. So the smaller proportions does not bother him. The eating of the fresh vegetables, he generally tries to eat, we both do, as healthy as possible. He's probably more into it than I am. And so it's really easy to cook for him. Like we kind of share the diet. Like there's no I'm on a diet, he's not type of thing in our household. He generally will eat whatever I eat, and he'll eat, and I'll eat whatever he eats. So we don't have that issue. Excuse me. So that's our eating habits. And when I say, be mindful of your physical abilities, that just means, like if there are some areas where you need modifications when you're working out, be aware of those modifications. But on the other end, sometimes we're stronger than we think. And that's where I have to push the ladies that come and work out with me. Sometimes they they get complacent at a certain weight or a certain load. Like they might be used to lifting like a 5-pound dumbbells, and I'll say, get the 8s and try the 8s. And then you can downgrade to a 5 if the 8s are too heavy, or they get too heavy, or the workout gets too intense for you. It's the difference in saying, telling women to do a modified push-ups, the push-ups that are on your knees, versus telling them, no, do a full out push-up. Try to do 3 of them. And then if it's too much for you, then drop down, to your knees, to the modified position for your push-ups. We want to start at the higher level, because sometimes we are stronger than we truly realize we are. So that's what it means to be mindful in your physical abilities. But then also that building that community of support. Like I said, I have my husband, right? So we are on the same, on the same page when it comes to like working out, trying to eat right. We don't want to always get it right. We don't, but we are on the same page as far as our goals. We do want to both live a healthier life. I, lost my parents last year due to some health issues that can be remedied if we eat right. My husband also, on the other hand, he lost his father due to health issues that can be remedied if we take care of our bodies by working out and eating right. So it's very important to us. It's a thing that's important to us. And so we try to abide by it to the best of our abilities. We do slip up, but we got each other's back in that way. So I do have that community of support in that way with my husband. If I say, hey, I want to go for a walk, he's more than willing to go for a walk with me or do some type of workout. He's working out like all the time. He probably works out more than I do, and I'm a fitness instructor. And then I also have Active Rest, which is a great community that I've built as far as working out. I've always invited people to work out with me, even before becoming a fitness instructor and before starting a business that involved fitness. I have always, even when I was a member of the gym, I would always invite people to come work out with me, either early in the morning or after work or on the weekend, because it's just something that I love doing. I get, immense enjoyment from it. And I also, I like the company. It's always good to have an accountability partner. I don't necessarily need an accountability partner, because I could just put my music on and go out and work out. It's no problem for me. But it's always great also too, to have someone to work out with, like my walking partners. When I'm going out walking, it's good to have someone to talk to. It makes the exercise feel a little less like work. It feels more fun, feel like a party going on when you got somebody to work out with. So that's what I've been doing. That's how I build my community of support. So like I said, coming from Thanksgiving, it's 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, and I'm working, I'm trying to lose weight. There's some things that I do need to get right. So some of the changes I need to make as far as like my eating habits is I'm eating too many carbs. I'm starting to do too much with the carbs, and I really want to get to where I'm taking the sweets out of my diet, taking the rice and the potatoes out. I really want to stick to like meat and vegetables or carbs that are vegetables as well. Like the complex carbs, not the simple carbs. So I want to do like the sweet potatoes, the carrots, because those, they are, they have sugar in them. They got a little sweet taste to them, instead of going to the potatoes and the rice. And so if I'm gonna have carbs, I want to have them in that way. Another thing is the alcohol. So like I drink wine, I drink like a margarita, I like a fruity drink. I like a sweet alcoholic drink. And so I really want to get that, out of the way. I want to start drinking water, because what I've done is with my meals, I've switched to drinking like either a Coke Zero or an A&W Root Beer Zero, and they taste really good. They do have a good flavor to them, but I want to move to water, to like not even drinking like the sodas. Like I want to have water with my meals. So that's in the next 2 weeks. I think I like that idea of breaking things up into 2 weeks at a time. So for the next 2 weeks, what I want to do, I believe, is I want to work on the alcohol, stop drinking the alcohol and the wines and stuff. I might have some on the weekend. And not during the week. And then I want to work on drinking water during the week with my meals. And then what's the other thing? I do want to get back into working out a little bit more on my own, outside of Active Rest, the fitness program where I am the instructor. I do need to add some workouts on my own, like on the mornings that we don't have virtual morning workouts. I need to get up and work out those mornings. Those extra workouts are very beneficial. I am the type of person, I can work out in the morning, but I've been just enjoying like sleeping in, and then I have my daughter, I have to get her up for school and stuff like that. So it kind of cuts into the time in which I would work out, but I need to work on that. One other thing I want to do is work on over the next 2 weeks is I want to work on getting more rest. So that will help me with the morning workout if I can go to bed early enough in the evening. So that's my goal. That's a goal that I want. Go to bed earlier in the evening so that I can be active earlier in the morning, the next morning. So those are some things that I can work on as far as building the community of support. So we've made changes for me, getting active. I want to get more active, and I think I've decided a way to do that. I want to change up some things in my eating and nutrition, the way that I'm nourishing myself, getting nourishment. I've come up with a plan for that. And then getting the rest. I want to get rest at night, a little bit more sleep at night. So I think I'll be able to pull that off because I tutor. What pushes my sleep time sometimes is that I tutor. I'm also a tutor. And so after we finish the fitness program, I go and I tutor. And that overstimulates, like working out and tutoring overstimulates my brain. And so it's hard for me to go to sleep at night because I'm so wired from like learning and thinking and processing. It's hard for me to go to sleep. So I think over the next 2 weeks, most of the kids will probably be on Christmas break. I'll have my schedule open for tutoring so they can book it, but a lot of times they don't book over the break anyway. And so if they don't book, I can definitely use that time to go to bed earlier. I just got to force myself to do it. I really have to work at. That's something that I have to work. Like all of this stuff is practice, right? Everything. Like I just got an email. I signed up for the James Clear email where he sends you like different quotes and stuff. He's an author who wrote this book, Atomic Habits, I think, and it's about just breaking things up to achieve a goal, breaking them up into like smaller pieces to achieve a bigger goal. I have not read Atomic Habits, but I have heard the name and heard of the idea. And so I did go and sign up to his newsletter. And so one of the things I think that he sent this week was about you're practicing everything is a practice, and you're practicing everything. And so even if it's I'm practicing unhealthy habits. If I don't get up and go work out, if I don't get up or if I don't make an effort to eat right, that's still practicing a thing. You're practicing an unhealthy habit, an unhealthy lifestyle. And so all of this, that I say that to say all of this is a practice, and it's something that you constantly have to work at. So I have to work at getting more rest. I have to work at getting more, being more active. I have to work at building a community. These things do not come as easily as you think they do. You have to put yourself out there. You have to put in some work and actively try to achieve these things. So it's all, you're practicing something, whether good or bad. You're always doing something. Everything is practice. So that's kind of something that I need to go back and reread it so that I get it right. But that's basically it, is that you have to practice mindfulness. You have to have a rest practice. You have to, it's all work. And so that's what I'm going to be working on for the next 2 weeks. So what about you? Are you going to be working on something specific? Like, break them down into smaller goals, like those atomic habits. Break them down into small goals. Like, if I can say I can work on this thing for 2 weeks, then that's more achievable in my mind than saying, I got 10 weeks that I need to do this. I need to do this thing for 10 weeks. I think that will help. And I just came to that talking to you all. See, it works. Once you get on here and start just kind of hashing out your thoughts, things will come to you. So let me know in the comments if there are going to be some things that you are going to work on to achieve your goals, to get a little bit closer, a little bit better at doing something. What's your practice going to be? What's your thing going to be that you do to reach your goal? Just a little bit at a time. Every little bit counts. I say that all the time. Every little bit counts. But also, please, there are people I know that say at Thanksgiving, I'll just start back over at the new year. Please don't be that person. Start right now. I beg of you, don't wait until the new year. Go ahead and start developing those habits right now. You don't have to wait until January 1st. You don't have to wait until January 2nd. Go ahead, develop your habits. You might slip up. Somebody might bring a cookie tray like they do at my job. Somebody might bring a cookie tray and you want to taste it. They might have snack day at your job like they do at mine, and you want to participate. They might have a baby shower and bring a beautiful, delicious cake, and you want a little piece. There are going to be things that kind of get in our way, but we flip that the next day, get back on it, and try again. That's all it is. It's just work. It's work. It's not easy. And so the quicker you work on developing those habits and get into your routines, the easier they'll be. So hopefully I can come back to you with a good report and say, hey, I slept a little bit longer. I slept a little bit better this week. I got in 2 extra workouts this week. I didn't have anything to drink during the week. I waited till Friday or Saturday to have a drink. Hopefully I can come back. Or I didn't have those Coke Zeros. I drank water with at least one meal out of the day. I want to be able to come back and have a good report for you. So with that, like I said, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, like the video, give me that thumbs up if you will, and share the video with someone who might need a little bit help getting started. They need to break their things up into smaller little habits, smaller little practices to get better in the long run. That's what we do here. We don't go all out. We don't, it's not all or nothing. It's like we work at it constantly. It's a journey. It's a lifestyle. Right? It's the Active Rest fitness program and lifestyle. We want this to be something that we work at for the rest of our lives. We want to live a longer, healthier, better life. We want to be here for our families. We want to be well. We want to be healthy. I hope that's what you want. And I hope that it's something that I can help you achieve. All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. But I also want you to drop it in the comments and let me know what are some small changes that you can make starting now to help you reach your goals. Don't wait till the new year. Don't wait till January 1st. Okay. All right. So with that, I hope that this message has encouraged you. I hope that it has motivated you to get started in some way, to take some actionable steps to get started on your wellness journey. And I also hope that you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.